Hello Year 9, welcome to the options presentation for computer science. This presentation is to give you information about computer science as a subject option at Key Stage 4 and to help you make a choice about whether this is the correct option for you. So when choosing computer science as a subject, it's important to understand what computer science is and our ethos for teaching at Coombe. Computer science is everywhere. It's in many areas of life all around us. Our aim is to provide students with the opportunity to explore the world and look at how computer science and the concepts of computer science apply to everyday life, and how the subject itself links to real-world experiences and opportunities. Our aim is to create learners that are enthusiastic and want to learn more about the components, the principles that exist with computer science and how they are used in the real world, and learn about creating solutions to problems using key skills of computational thinking, to be able to decompose and break down and write your own programs and debug the programs when they don't always work the first time. These are skills which are transferable to many areas of life. So why choose computer science? Computer science gives you the chance to solve complex, challenging problems, learn new skills, and have great knowledge about how things work with computers and technology in general. Studying computer science gives a much greater understanding of the world around you, both digital and the natural world. Computer science skills are essential in so many different jobs and professions, all the way from astronomy to financial analysis, way beyond just IT-based jobs that you might think of. There are loads and loads of different career opportunities with good salaries for those that have a good understanding of computer science and qualifications behind them. And there are many opportunities for traveling, working from different places all around the world, using knowledge from computer science and qualifications. And there are so many different possibilities for computer science, new areas and new professions that are being created all the time that are available from choosing this subject. Just to give you an idea of what careers are possible with GCSE or following on to A-level computer science, there are areas such as cybersecurity, computer programming, software engineer, creating your own programs for companies or clients, hardware engineer, working with hardware, different systems, networks, web developers, developing new platforms and websites for different people. Of course, there is the areas such as video game design, development, new areas such as nanotechnology, which are being developed all the time. Network engineer, working with computers and systems that link together, data analyst, and so many more different skills that students will be able to access through qualifications in this subject. This slide just gives you a glimpse into the different career paths that are available from choosing computer science at GCSE, progressing on to higher level qualifications, A-levels, going on to degrees in computer science, or even taking an apprenticeship routes, and gives you an idea of the different starting salaries and experience salaries that can be accessed through computer science as a qualification, from working web development, cybersecurity, video game designer, IT technicians, and even artificial intelligence, which is an area obviously that's developing and expanding all the time as well. So in GCSE Computer Science, we follow the OCR exam board. The course itself is 100% exam based, with 2 exam papers taken at the end of year 11. Paper 1 is worth half, 50%. It's 80 marks and 1 hour 30 minutes in length, and is based around computer systems, looking at all the hardware and components, which I'll explain more about in a minute. Paper 2 is much more about programming techniques. It's computational thinking, algorithms and programming. Again, worth 50% and 80 marks, 1.5 hours. We also do a lot of practical programming alongside our work on the exam papers, teaching them skills that are important for paper 2, but also help support knowledge in paper 1 as well. So as we mentioned, paper 1 is very much about how computer systems work. We look at areas such as the CPU, memory storage, how computers communicate in networks such as LANs and WANs. We also look at how data is stored and represented on the computer with numbers, text, images and sound, looking at binary and hexadecimal as different numbering systems that are used. We also learn about software such as the operating system and utility programs, and we learn about the features and uses of these types of software. And we also look at the issues related to using computer systems, including network security, malware, hacking, social engineering, as well as the ethical, legal and cultural and environmental impacts from using digital technology. This is paper 1, worth 50% of the course, 80 marks, and it's 1 hour and 30 minutes in length, taken in year 11 of the course. So paper 2 is computational thinking, algorithms and programming. Working towards this paper, we learn a lot of different skills where students learn to develop their own programs, learn the fundamentals of programming in a language, and we study the Python programming language. We learn about using the IDE, the integrated development environment, and the tools to help create programs. We also learn about different algorithms and how to plan and create your own algorithms for different problems and different situations that you're given. We also look at how algorithms can be used to do things such as searching and sorting of data. Students also have to learn about Boolean logic with logic gates such as and, or not, and how they can be used to predict and create outcomes, and looking at the inputs and outputs through things such as truth tables. All of these are skills which are then tested within the paper at the end of the course. So frequently asked questions. What support do we offer at Coombe for computer science? We have a range of different ways that we support students both in the classroom and beyond. We make use of knowledge organisers with key content which helps students revise and also for independent learning. We make use of course study guides, curriculum intent organisers which are utilised in all subjects. We also have an online learning platform called Learning Coombe, which is used for revision, for resources and for independent learning tasks. We make use of a coding platform called Trinket, which is used to help students with programming, which gives them assignments and a platform to program on both in school and at home. We have also started to make use of the Cornell Notes system to help students to organise their notes as we progress through the course. We make use of websites such as Quizlet for keyword practice. And of course, there's regular marking and feedback given to students throughout the course, both on assessment-based activities and in their bookwork. We also have lessons which have teachers which are passionate about computer science and technology and hopefully develop course content in a way that engages students and interests them. So what are the course requirements? To study computer science, we look for students that have a deep interest in how technology works, not just using it. That is the key difference between computer science and ICT. Computer science, we are looking really in depth in how things work, and we will often spend quite a lot of lessons not even logged onto computers, but looking at the theory side rather than just using computers. So it's very clear that students have an interest in the stuff, how it works, not just using it. Students have to be able to apply the technical knowledge to different scenarios and situations, as are the style of questions on the exam board. Students need a strong mathematical and logical skills. We cover a lot of content looking at things like binary and hexadecimal, so it is important that students are able to deal with and cope with that. And we also require students to be able to carry out practice and study independently through independent learning. There's a lot of content and there will be regular independent learning tasks set, so students need to be able to accepting that that will be happening and to stay on top of that. So what does a lesson look like in computer science? Well, we have two main types of lessons which take place during the teaching year. There are theory-based lessons where we learn all the contents such as computer systems and how they work, the networks, which is mainly paper 1 based stuff. Students are given the knowledge and understanding through some teaching and resources, and students then complete activities and record their notes using an online workbook, digital workbook on Microsoft Teams, which is saved automatically as they go, and students have access to that both at home and in the classroom. The second type of lesson which takes place is programming based, practical programming skills using the language Python. Now we use the online platform Trinket to code the programs themselves, and students follow a time-based approach of try, investigate, make and evaluate to test out skills and then to practice their skills with different challenges. And there are support resources available for students that might be struggling, and the challenges get harder as they go along to stretch those students who are finding it easier and need a bit more of a challenge. If you would like any further information or you have questions about computer science as a subject, please feel free to contact myself, Mr. Gorvin, which is the main teacher of computer science at Coombe. My email address is pgorvin@coombe.co.uk, and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. And hopefully, if you are interested in this subject, I look forward to teaching you next year in Year 10.